All right, so we've imported the files, we saved our work. We have a session that's running in 6/8 time. That's important because the music was recorded with that in mind. Had we left it set to 4/4 time, the bars and beats would not have lined up correctly. All right, so let's give it a listen. Whoops, take two. I know what you're thinking. Yikes, that's a mess, and you're right about that. So we're going to be doing some editing. There are two, as I said in the previous tutorial, there are two bits of musical material. There are actually two different songs that are running simultaneously. So the first track is Row, 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 Row Your Boat. The second is Brother John, or Frère Jacques. Are you sleeping, Brother John? So what we're going to do is we're first going to take care of Row Your Boat. So let's go ahead and mute the Brother John track so that we don't hear it. That'll allow us to focus just on Row, Row, Row Your Boat. So let's give that a listen. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this clip and I'm going to hit the E key on the computer keyboard to zoom in so that we can see the notes as it plays. Here we go. Let's listen just to Row, Row, Row Your Boat now. Okay, there are two very obvious wrong notes that we need to fix. So we'll take care of that. But there's more going on than that. Sorry, I clicked on some buttons really quickly while I was talking. You might have wondered what I was doing there. When I double-clicked, Pro Tools switched to MIDI note view. And I'm going to go back to the clip view for a minute. So again, over here on the left, just underneath the track name and the solo and mute buttons, there's a field there called Track View Selector. And I can select many different types of views. When I double clicked on it, it automatically switched to the note view. I want to go back to the clip view. Whoops, I missed. Back to the clip view. And then I'll hit the E key again so that we're not zoomed in any longer. All right, so there's some notes that we need to fix for sure, but there are some other things that I don't know if you could hear them very well, but there's some pitch bender material on that track too that was making the track sound kind of funny. So I'm going to highlight the clip by clicking it once, and then we're going to try to get rid of that pitch bender information. And the way we're going to do that is, as I said, highlight the clip first, and we're going to go up here to the top of the screen to the window menu. And for this type of editing, we'll look at our first of the three edit windows that we're going to explore in this lab assignment. Open the MIDI event list. And this is what the MIDI event list looks like. Might seem a bit confusing at first, but let's take a quick look. On the left column, we see location points listed in bars, beats, and ticks. So every MIDI event in this little 8-measure piece of music is listed in this MIDI event list. There are different types of events listed. This here with the quarter note icon indicates a note event, tells you the note name, the on and off velocity, and the duration of the note. This is a pitch bend event. So moving the pitch bender creates several pitch bend events listed over the a certain amount of time. If I scroll a little farther down, I'll see another note event. If I keep going, I'm not sure, perhaps not. I thought there was a mod wheel event, but I don't think so. It looks like it's mainly notes and pitch bends. All of those pitch bends are doing nothing but confusing the situation and messing up our sound. Every event is showing up in a list here though. The notes are separated by many pitch bender events. What we're going to do is we're going to delete all of the pitch bend events while leaving the note events intact. The easiest way to do that is to use something called filtering, or view filtering specifically. So I want to move this event list window to a spot where it's a little easier to see. And then on the upper right corner, another down facing arrow or triangle. I'm going to click there. And at the bottom of the drop down menu, I'm going to select View Filter. And this is the MIDI event list view filter just opened up. Currently set to display all. It's showing all MIDI events. If there were aftertouch or polyphonic aftertouch or program changes, patch changes, system exclusive, any of those events would show up if they're in the list. So far we seem to have nothing but note events and pitch benders. So I'm going to change this. I'm going to set it to display only, and then I'll check pitch bend, and we'll OK that. Let me first move this out of the way so you can see the event list with notes and pitch bends. Now when I hit OK, the notes should disappear and we see nothing but pitch bend events. And those are all things we want to get rid of. So since they're all highlighted, well, they were until I clicked there. I can click on one and then go to the edit menu, or I can use the keyboard shortcut Command A to select all of them. Now all of those pitch bend events are listed again, or highlighted again, sorry. And I just hit the delete key on the computer keyboard to get rid of them. Now it looks like everything's gone, right? But if I go back to the view filter and show or have it display all, OK, and now we see that the MIDI event list is showing only the note information. So editing with an event list is particularly good for things like this, for getting rid of pitch bender or adjusting pitch bender data, or if you use the mod wheel but you want to edit your moves on the mod wheel, that can be edited. Breath controller, foot controller, sustain pedal, panning, etc. All of these things can be filtered out so that you can zero in on just that information and delete it or change it as you see fit. And that's it for this tutorial. In the next lesson, we'll take a look at a different editing window and we'll fix those bad notes in this rowboat song. All right, here we go. But on the way out, we'll listen to it now without the pitch bender. Much clearer, but those bad notes have got to go.